Good morning, legends. It is a beautiful day here in Melbourne, and I wanted to come and have a conversation with you to kickstart your day in this espresso shot. So, today I want to talk to you about a number of things, but let's start with why you're here. The espresso shot is designed to give you that focus and that moment in time in your week where you think about what you want to accomplish and then you devise an action plan to get to your objective of the week. So, I want you to start by telling us in the comments below why you're here today. So, what is it that drives you to attend these sessions, these 10-minute chats, and specifically what you want to get from being in the espresso shot this morning? Now, give me a thumbs up or write a comment to let me know that you're there. I'm going to bring you up on my screen on the right, and I'll be able to hopefully interact almost in live time. All right, cool. Let me just have a look. What are we seeing? What is screen? Ooh, shush. Good morning, Rita. Beautiful. Okay, so write in the comments why you're here today and specifically what you want to get out of attending the espresso shot. Once you've done that, I want to share with you my intention for today. So I've been listening to the conversations that are happening in the group specifically for the new legends, and what I have discovered is that there seems to be a bit of, I wouldn't say doubt, but it's not 100% clear what you need to do. Good morning, Nantia. Good morning, Judy. Lovely to have you with us. All right. So what I'm wanting to share with you is that I've been coaching legends for a number of years now, and I know that it's tempting for you as a coach, because you're in many groups where there are other coaches as well. It's tempting for you to be distracted by a number of shiny objects. So morning, Judy, morning, Nantia. But what I want you guys to be able to achieve is this complete control over who gets your attention and when. And so to help you to be focused in the actions that you take and where you invest your energy, I thought we'd have a conversation about that this morning. So as a legend, you have an opportunity to learn a very simple process to implement some very simple and specific activities daily to reach financial success relatively fast as a coach. So once you do that, you can live your life exactly as you want it. And so it's important to kind of unpack what I've just said, because as we're discussing more and more, we amongst ourselves in the legends, we discover millions of things that actually get in our way. Last week we spoke about headspace, and what I became aware of is that sometimes we self-sabotage and we don't even know. And so I'd like for you to have this crystal clear clarity as to why you do each step and why they matter, and why it's also important to stay focused on one thing at a time. Now, the brilliance of this program, and not because I devised it, but because by comparing it to everything that's out there, I find it so simple that it might even challenge you in the fact that it is so simple, right? Because you might think, I should be doing all these other things that I'm not doing, and that distracts you. So I'd like you to embrace the simplicity and trust the simplicity of the process until you have at least 3 months of consecutive income at the level that you want it and the level that you can achieve with the number of hours that you are devoting to this process. So what does that mean? It means that some legends will earn $1,000. It means that some legends will earn $4,000. It means that some legends will earn $7,000 or $8,000 per week. It all depends on how much of this stuff you do and with how much dedication you stick to it. Shouldn't I be working harder? Absolutely. Amazing question. And it's kind of inbuilt that we always wonder, because we're not there yet. We wonder, should I be working harder? But the thing is, if we do what we should do at the right time and build the right base, then we can grow from there. But if we establish a strong base and really truly understanding every component of that base, it's going to catch up with us at some point somewhere down the line, right? So I know it's frustrating when things don't go super fast, but I woke up with such clarity. You know, I'm marketing myself at the moment as the 0 to 5K coach. And I understand that in the market, there are people out there selling $1 million a year of income, and that's far more exciting than discussing the 0 to 5K, right? The dreams and the aspirations that we have as entrepreneurs are bigger than the 0 to 5K. But what everybody seems to forget, not you guys, but a lot of people seem to forget, is that you don't go from 0 to $1 million. You go from 0 to 1,000 to 2,000 to 5,000 to 7,000 to 10,000 to eventually $1 million, right? So as we build our base properly, we understand what copywriting is, we understand what makes our market come towards us, what doesn't work, images that work, words that are resounding, that are touching our potential clients. What we're gathering is such valuable information that when we're actually ready and able to put money into Facebook advertising, LinkedIn advertising, Google AdWords, our success will come quicker because we've done the work on the base. And so I'd love for you to be at peace with embracing this process until you have at least, I'd say, 3 to 6 months of stability of income with the process and with zero investment in advertising. Yeah, because there's no point you rushing through this and chasing a million of other things. And I'll give you shiny objects, as you know they are. Several times, especially the new people ask me, until they've heard me say it a few times, should I have a website? Should I have a Facebook page? Should I have this? Should I have that? All of these tools are beneficial at the right time. So when you start, to keep it to a minimum and something that requires no technical ability, clean up your LinkedIn profile. Okay? So when your LinkedIn profile says exactly what it should say, with the language that your potential client is attracted to, because you're testing that with your posts. So when your LinkedIn profile says what it should be saying, then you're set for a good 3 to 6 months. There is absolutely nothing that you need aside of that, unless you're someone who wants to develop a group because you've learned how to build a group to engage with your potential clients or your tribe. And there are methodologies to build a really engaged group. But there's one thing that really remains throughout everything I've read or every video I've watched around building your own engaged tribe, and it is be you. Talk about what you moved away from, talk about what you're going towards, and bring people on the journey with you. Be authentic, be you, be centered, and show up on a regular basis. daily is better. So if you want to keep it to the most simple form in order to build yourself an online community, using a Facebook group, using Instagram, using LinkedIn, whichever platform you want to use that makes you feel the best, or where your clients are is the best option, then that's what you focus on, right? Great question. Are you doing the walks anymore? I'll address that before I hang up, okay? So what I wanted you to go to today as a tool to help you decide what you do with your time every day. We have in Guru Lab, we have a resource, or in the 0 to 5K platform, which wherever you are getting your content from that I've given you access, there's a piece of paper that I've put together. It looks like this, right? And it is your 30-hour week. And in that, it gives you exactly what you should do and how much of it you should do every day. It talks about posting, responding. It talks about client interaction, what client interaction is. It talks about an extra hour to plump up the area that needs the most support. And so when you are clear on what you should do, how much of it you should do, then it takes away the element of what should I do and the overwhelm. It takes away the doubt. And if you embrace the process, you go with it, and you learn to love the simplicity of it, and you learn to respect that the simplicity can give you the results you want as a startup coach, then you'll be way more at peace with simply embracing it, right? So what I'd like you guys to do is to go in the comments below. I'd want you to tell me in a day, and if you're doing some sort of activity in your business 6 days a week and you're keeping 1 day to rest completely, let's say you're working from Monday to Saturday and you're working 6 hours a day, which is 30 hours, yeah, not 60, not a million, but let's say 30 hours. Tell me how many hours of posting every day you should be doing. Tell me how many hours of responding to the people who comment on your posts, and then how many hours of client interaction. And as you manage these 3 main activities, then discover which one needs a boost, and that's where you put your extra time to make up your 6 hours. Now, for someone like Judy, I know administration is important, and that becomes a part of what you do in terms of your client interaction. So if you're not sure how many hours of these activities you should do, go back to the sheet, the 30-hour week. I've broken it down. Remember what we talked about in the live session, the Q&A last Tuesday? We spoke about how our job is to market, advertise, sell, and then serve. And so basically those are the activities that we do, but you've got it in your 30-hour week, a step-by-step, completely mapped out process of what you should do and how much of it you should do. So to recap, I want you to be focused, and I want you to allow the process to be as simple as it is, and to embrace the fact that it works. And the more focused you are, the more likely you are to have the results. Until you nail this process, get rid of everything else, right? Stay focused, do the simple things that work here, build your base, embrace the success that you're going to get, understand what you're getting, enjoy it, and then you'll be ready to move into the more complex things like figuring out how does the Facebook page actually work and all the functionalities, or you can make that a trade for yourself, a few minutes here and there to find out. As long as you don't get bogged down, as long as you don't make it distract yourself from your main activities that we are recommending in this methodology. All right. So to answer, yes, you do need to go back to the sheet. It's amazing. Like when we were doing the live session last week, Rita said you should have a diagram that takes us through the steps. There is a diagram. It's called the financial success wheel. And then when you ask me, what should I do with my time? We have a resource. And it's interesting because when you go through the resources, initially there's a lot and we're not too sure which one to use when, but go back in the resources. There's exactly everything that you need in there, right? So to answer the question that Nantia was asking, are you doing the walks anymore? I haven't got anything booked in at this point for the walks, but I'm keen to do some. So if this is something that you want to do as legends, drop me a note in the comments below and I'll organize 2 or 3 in the coming months and we'll go from there. Because I'm happy to meet you in person. It's a great opportunity to have time with your mentor and ask any question you want. Of course, they're professional conversations, so if there's any benefit for the community, I'll bring it back to the community. But I'm quite happy to do the walks. Rita, a few months back, I did the walk and talk. And so I organized, I think it was 4 walks where I made myself available for a couple of hours. It was Sunday mornings down in Port Melbourne, and we go in the direction of St. Kilda, Elwood, depending on how fit the people are and how much time you guys have, sorry. So yeah, so I'm happy to do the walks. I love doing those walks and it's beautiful down there. It's really inspiring. So I would absolutely love to catch up with you guys if that's something that you want to do, because it's good for our health and it's good for our mind. And I always learn something when I catch up with you. You always give me another angle that I should discuss in my teaching and mentoring. So everyone wins. All right, ladies, because we've only had ladies here this morning, it's been a pleasure being with you. I'm giving you a big kiss, big hug, and I'll see you tomorrow in the live sessions. And I want your feedback as of next Monday, the 21st of May. I would like to do the live Q&A sessions instead of Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. I do them on Monday night at 6 p.m. All right, so give me your opinion. It's been something that's been asked a lot, and given that I need to make myself available for people who are new or people in Europe, that might be something that works. So yeah, so let me know what you reckon. All right, so big kiss, big hug, and I'll see you tomorrow in the live session. Bye.